One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mikey Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Army Black Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. And the Black Knights ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Falcons offense will have the ball first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Maybe some room here. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the second down coming. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game. Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
Dude. about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. The give to the tailback. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the back. Give to the big fullback. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's it.
Finding some room. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Let's look at the big picture for Army. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
The Black Knights are rolling down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll run it again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really good looking run. And when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility.
Makes the grab in their space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Gets the back moving. The give to the fullback. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Caught, and he's got room. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Black Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fullback's got it. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll go to the fullback. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And boy, did they play keep away on that drive. Didn't think they were ever going to give it up. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Takes the handoff. It's Palmer. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Trying play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Escapes the pressure going right. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
dealing with a 2nd and long. The option look. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the 1st down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Could be an alley. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. On the move. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Throws to the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first. Makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab, it's Allen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send a field goal unit out before halftime. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
And the Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. Coach pointed out in the locker room that with these big rivalry games, momentum can shift. Even though they've gotten off to a great start here, even though they did win this same game last year, this is a new moment, a new focus, and a new intensity coming out of the locker room. I'll keep you posted on how things feel down here on the field in this big rivalry matchup. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. On the option. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Falcons have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Now the pitch. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's the slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season, man. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already...
There's a crease. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. They'll send the back in motion. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Hands it off. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front. Offensively, they have been able to stop him in his tracks.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose. Yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense comes with a huge negative play.
And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for it. There he goes! Touchdown, Air Force! And that one will give them the lead.
And the offense continues to... football, the second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the option. Pulls it on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Give to the fullback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. They'll go back to the ground. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that. Win this one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.